at this point, but I really liked this one. The smell was so nice.
Narcotic. Love it. Alrighty, box number 2.
I know the box looks a little botched, but it's because it's coming from very far.
Yes. No way.
That's the flip thing.
Did you find
It took a hunt. I think it has a bit of juice. Maybe you can turn it on and see.
It's on! Oh my god! Like, not, bro.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video, another vlog. Happy New Year. I am so grateful for life. I know that if you're watching this video, it means you made it into 2026, and I'm just happy for your life. I'm happy for our lives. I'm happy that, you know, God gave us an opportunity to see this new year. I mean, I feel like as long as you're here, like, you know, your story and your journey isn't over yet, and there's still like so much for us that we can do, so much that we can do basically. Anyway, sorry it's a little yellow. I'm using like the natural light from the window. I did not prepare to vlog this new year, but you know, I've just been journaling and I just feel like compelled to like come here and just, you know, talk to you guys, because I feel like there's something very enticing about the new year, about like, you know, it just brings that feeling of like fresh start, a new beginning. I mean, I feel like the fact that you're not even writing the same year, like maybe you're writing like checks or whatever, writing checks, you're writing checks or whatever, it's no more 2025, it's 2026. It just makes you feel like, you know, something new is happening. And yeah, I'm just happy for us to be here. And you know, I want us to, generally I feel like I try to do this at the end of every year, but because of a lot was happening, I haven't had the chance to do that, you know, just really set the intentions for the year. Last night we had the crossover service and I really spoke certain things, you know, and I didn't even realize those things were like inside. Like, for example, I was really talking about God like lifting this feeling of like, you know, pain and grief from me, and also talking about like calling back joy into my life and like excitement into like childlike excitement into my life, you know. And intentionality as well. I mean, we talk about intentionality a lot in our generation. At least, I don't know, millennials, Gen Zs, we are always talking about being intentional. So being intentional for what reasons? Like, you know, like why do you want to slow down? Why do you want to create more time and space? Why do you want to stop like maybe doing scrolling or wasting your time? To create time for what? You know, like personally, I want to be able to create time for like family and my hobbies and my interests, you know, and that's why slowing down and being present is so key to me. And I feel like in Nigeria it's so hard to do that. You know, it's so hard to do that here because it's like you go out and then there's traffic, somebody yells for no reason, like people are like moving on high tension, and I can't blame them, you know, because of the way the nature of the country is. It's just it's like go, you know. And I feel like that's why they say if you can survive in Nigeria, you can survive anywhere in the world. And yeah, I feel like this year I want to be taking you guys on how to just, you know, take it easy. Even though you're living in a high-paced place like India, Nigeria, I don't know, Berlin, New York, like there are things you can do to actually slow down and live an intentional life that has like purpose and meaning and all of that good stuff. And yeah, I want to be able to share that experience this year because I do feel like I try my best to be intentional. I've said the word intentional, but I've tried my best to be, you know, to be on top of these things, you know, and just make it a natural part of my life. So yeah, anyway, I was telling you guys how I feel like this year I really want to, you know, have that childlike excitement, and there's certain things that I might purchase just to make that happen. Like I really want a flip phone. I really want like an iPod, like just little things. I know it's like my bag will be full, but you know, my heart will be full too, and like my head declutter free. You know, speaking of decluttering, that's what we're about to do now because I'm not in my space. Normally this time of the year I'll declutter my space, like just to make room for like, you know, new things, give away a lot of things. But now I think I'm just gonna start with my phone. I have like 3,000 pictures, maybe 1,000 videos, you know, because of like the vlogging and just general, you know, keeping memories. So I'm gonna do that, and it's something I really want to do, and I think it might be nice for you to do, is to open a highlight, like what I call it, not just the favorites. You know how every phone has like favorites for pictures, like, you know, gallery. Open a highlights gallery so that at the end of the year, like just through the year, keep key moments in that highlight like folder, so that you can really just go back and kind of see like the timestamp of like things that you did, you know. Well, you sometimes it might be accomplishment, maybe projects that you did. It doesn't always have to be like a picture of you or something aesthetic. It could be just like, I don't know, maybe you finally took a knitting class and you finished something and you're like, oh yeah, you know, you can take a picture of that and put it in the highlight reel. My plan is to maybe eventually turn that into a scrapbook. I don't know, but even just the fact that they're all in one folder, you know, it should just be nice to look at it towards the end of the year. Another thing I'm gonna do today is write a letter to my future self. My friend Naya, shout out Naya, put me on this, and I think it was really nice because she read me one letter she wrote to her future self, and I was in a bit of it, but it's not just about me. It's just the fact that, you know, you can be able to look back and see like all that your dreams and your hopes and like, you know, your wishes for the new year, and see how the new year ended up. You know, obviously you can't always plan these things. Like personally, 3 months ago I didn't even know I would be spending New Year in an entirely different city in this cute little hotel room, which I'll give you guys a little tour. But yeah, because that's just life, right? That's just life. But I really am excited about this new year. I am open to the possibilities, and yeah, I just thank God for where we're going. Anyway, before I keep rambling on, I'm just gonna lie down, you know, do a little decluttering because I took today off at work. Obviously, I know some people my company is still working, but I took the day off, so I'm gonna just, you know, declutter some things on my phone, like, you know, apps that I don't use, videos, pictures. Maybe if I can get through 1,000 images right now before I, you know, dress up and head for lunch. That's my outfit of the day. All right, guys. Guys, let me show you my 2025 vision board. I think I did everything on this vision board. Almost everything. I didn't start a podcast, but you know, we'll get there, and it's okay. You don't always have to do everything on your vision board. As long as it's something that is in your dream or desire, it will probably still show up. I don't know if it will show up in this year's vision board because I'm not sure starting a podcast is something that I necessarily want to do right now anymore. But yeah, I just wanted to add that little tidbit that it's really okay if you need to, like, you know, move things around or carry over things from like last year's vision to this year's vision or to a future vision. You know, I feel like it's nice to even have like a general vision board for your life and all, you know, obviously leaving room for grace because you never know, right? And have like the one that you do every year, and it's okay to carry things from like past years into like new years, because you know life happens sometimes, you know, and you just need to give yourself a little bit of grace, you know, in fact a lot of grace, because yeah. I'm going for this light and lacy Florence by Maison Alhambra. I think that's the name. Yes, Maison Alhambra. It's very nice, very lightweight. I love the bottle. It's so cute, so chic. Guys, have you shown you guys my Christmas nails? I really love how these nails turned out. It's a little old now, but you know, just to show you. So for bags, I'm just gonna go with my little tote bag here because like it goes with everything. That's why I brought it on this trip. And then to go with it, I have this Christian Dior slides. I think they kind of go, yeah. And that's my cute little OOTD for New Year's Day. Hobby got me this set from, I think, an African market, if I remember correctly. It's just very, I don't know what material it is, but it's really comfy, very lightweight, because it's a hot day out there. I've been in the AC the whole day, but trust me, it's a hot day out there. All right, guys, let's go. Hi guys, so today we actually have a bit of running around to do. It's a new day. Good morning. First of all, I'm so rude. I actually have a bit of running around to do. I want to pick up a journal today. You know, as much as I said I don't want to be operating from a place of pressure, I want to be operating from a place of peace. Something that does give me peace is, you know, just planning a little bit, you know, like seeing my month, my week, my year in a grand scheme of things I'd like to achieve, leaving a lot of room for grace, because I don't want to be operating on a place of pressure, more from a place of peace, because I feel like that's another way to live like a soft and intentional life, even if you are in a crazy and chaotic place like Nigeria. I love you, I love you, Nigerians. I love all of us. It's just sometimes it's a bit much, and we know this, you know. So yeah, peace and purpose, that's the goal for today. So we're going to find a planner that lines up. I hope I can find one here in the city, because I feel like, you know, I started the new year here. I might as well find a planner for the year here. And yeah, let's just see what else we have to do today. Let me get the guys. So guys, if you're looking for an amazing place to get jewelry, cosmetics, all of that stuff, you can get them from Max Collectibles here in
Thank you so much. You have to share your patronage.
Thank you. Hey guys, so I'm back to the hotel. I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I got. I didn't end up getting the journal. I checked like 3 different places. I guess journaling is just not a thing here, so I guess if you want to start a business, that's a fun business to start. We did get some jewelry. I showed you guys a little earlier. I'm going to show you some things that I ended up picking all together. So for jewelry, I got this Van Cleef. They're really nice in silver. I have the gold with like the black detailing in the middle, so I decided to get the silver. I got this gold chain necklace. I really loved how the hook is. Oops. And then I got these little seashell gold earrings. They're so cute. And then I also got this ring. I feel like I'm always carrying out my real wedding band, which kind of scares me because I'm always worried I might lose it. So I kind of got this to just kind of sub it, you know, because, you know, that obviously has sentimental value. And then I got this Y2K Chanel glasses. They're so cute. And then I got these Ray-Bans. I'll probably put my own, like, you know, my medicated lenses in these. They look so good on me. You guys saw them earlier. And then yeah, so these are not part of the haul. And then I got this. These are like cufflinks. They have Max written on them. How cute is that? So that's it for my little haul, guys. Hey, hi guys, finally have the opportunity to talk to you guys. It's been a busy 2 days. We've been traveling back to my village, so I've basically been in eastern Nigeria for the past like almost 2 weeks now. And yeah, first went to Enugu, then went to Ibuku, and now we're in Oka, well, Nofia, my hometown. So yeah, anyway, we're here now, and I just wanted to piggyback real quick on the conversations I was having earlier about peace, finding peace in the pressures of living in like a noisy city or a noisy country. And noisy doesn't just mean as per loud, like obviously it is loud, you're probably going to hear traffic and yelling any moment from now. But it's just even like just with the pressures of life, right? Like constant notifications, constant to-dos on your to-do list, the hustle as well, and the grind, the demand, it just like never ends in like a city like this, you know. And like, how do you find peace? First, it's important to know that peace isn't like an external thing, right? Like obviously peace isn't something that you, well, some people feel like it's something that you have to go to find, and maybe in some situations that you have to actually go somewhere, like I don't know, go on a trip, go to an island, go somewhere like external to find peace. But a lot of times peace is internal, you know. Like I feel peace is internal, you know. And when you find a way to regulate that internal noise, or at least find ways to like, gosh, I'm sweating guys, it's so hot, it's like a million degrees, you know. And a few things that I do to help: one is like physically regulate, you know. I do a lot of breath works, you know, through the day. When I wake up, I take like deep belly breaths for like, you know, inhale for 8, exhale for like 10, hold for 4. Like I do that, and I try to do it through the day. I feel like that helps me like physically regulate like even my nervous system and all of that. And then also having like rituals, you know, having like a starting morning routine. You wake up, maybe try not to pick up your phone the first thing. That's something I struggle with, especially when I'm on a trip and I'm not like carrying a lot of things. Like usually maybe if I'm not carrying like my Bible and all those things, you know, I use my phone, and it's so easy to go into like the doom scrolling and things. So obviously I feel like it's very important to have like very solid morning and evening rituals that just help you de-stress and decompress, and don't add to your, you know, feelings of feeling overstimulated. And it's also good to know, like today for example, I feel like I saw that I was on the verge of getting overstimulated, and as something as little as going to go take a cold shower could reset your entire system, you know. So I did that today because I just, you know, and I think I was feeling stressed more because of like this constant moving parts, like because I've been traveling, like I said, for like over 2 weeks, and I probably still have like 1 week, and it's like the year has started, you know. And I feel like I'm already behind, and that's another thing, you know. We have to let go of this feeling of, you know, you're like behind, or like you're running this race with everyone, you know. I think it's important to realize that rest, you know, rest is not falling behind, and growth can be quiet as well. And in fact, I feel sometimes a lot of the deep work that happens in silence, and happens when no one is there and no one is watching and nobody knows what's going on, you know. So yeah, I feel it's just about, you know, mindset, like putting what does peace mean to you, what are understanding what your stresses are, and what helps you feel, you know, feel anchored, and just kind of knowing when those anchors are kind of shifting, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there because I am living in a very hustling, bustling environment, and sometimes it does feel a bit much. And I'm about to even take a break from work, which is not really a break, it's really just like a few days just to focus on like some preparations that we're doing as a family. And I don't even think I'm going to be doing a lot of resting, but yeah, I already feel like I'm not, you know, the fact that I'm not going to be working, you know, might even put me on like, I should be doing something. And you don't need to always be doing something, you know. yeah, anyway, it's not a competition. I think just take life easy and know your stressors. Don't be lazy though. I know there's too much information. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here, and I can't wait to share moments from the rest of the year with you guys this year. Bye.